Caitlin Clark's progression answers questions about how she would handle the transition to the WNBA. Indianapolis AP Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA amid a myriad questions about how she would handle the transition to pro basketball. 3 months into her professional career, the answer seems clear, better than expected. It may have taken a little longer than Clark or the Indiana Fever would have liked, but she is having a record-setting rookie season and crafting a new image along the way. The No. 1 draft pick entered the league out of Iowa, known for her scoring, particularly those long three-pointers. Now she has assists records. "I've always been able to see something happen before it happens," Clark said after the Fever completed their first season sweep of any team since 2020. "I think Kelsey Mitchell can tell now when I want her to go backdoor, when I want her to cut off the ball or anything like that. It's that chemistry you get when we're used to playing with one another. It's taken time, but I think we're really starting to get it down." Anyone who has watched, and yes, millions of fans are continuing to tune in, can see the difference. After stumbling out of the gate, the Fever opened this season with 9 games in 16 days, losing 8 of them with Clark scrambling to learn the playbook and how to fit in. Her turnovers outnumbered her assists, and there were more questions than answers as frustration appeared to creep into the mix. Since then, Indiana has rebounded by going 12-7, solidifying its playoff position, and all the angst has been replaced by smiles and high fives. It's not by happenstance. A compressed schedule between the end of Clark's college season and the start of the WNBA season didn't give Indiana much time to practice or for the players to learn one another's nuances. So during the month-long Olympic break, Coach Christy Sides changed the practice routine and challenged Clark. There were a lot of times during drills where they were running certain offenses and I would tell Clark, and only her, so she would have to tell the players what we're running or where to go, Sides said. I would throw some things out there, some sets we hadn't run, so she had to think it through and put people in the right position. Clark has responded, and her teammates seem to be taking the cue too. In their first 2 games since the break, Indiana looked impressive in wins against Phoenix and Seattle. The Fever outscored the Storm 33-17 over the final 10 minutes. Mitchell is 11 of 21 on threes and has 55 points since the restart, while Lexi Hull had a season-high 22 points and went 6 of 7 on threes in her last game. Forward Aaliyah Boston, the 2023 Rookie of the Year, also had 9 assists against the Storm after outplaying Olympic gold medalist Brittany Griner last Friday. Indiana plays at Minnesota on Saturday. "You have to adjust," Mitchell said, describing the learning process with Clark. "She had to transition as a pro, and we had to give her what she needs, be a resource and fill those gaps in. She's one of those players where her basketball IQ is going to take us a lot of places, so you've got to figure out where you fit in, knowing how to read and adjust off of her." Since Clark's dubious record-setting 10-turnover debut, her assist-to-turnover ratio has jumped from 1.23 to 1 in May and June to 2.19 to 1 in 8 games since July 1. Records seem to fall each week. She broke the WNBA's single-season rookie mark for assists Sunday, reaching No. 232 and ending Tika Panichero's 26-year run as the record holder. In her final game before the break, Clark broke the league's single-game record with 19 assists, capping a run of 6 double-digit assist games in a 7-game span. If Clark continues to average 8.3 assists per game, she could shatter Alyssa Thomas' single-season record of 316 set last season. She needs 8 threes to break Ryan Howard's rookie record of 85 set in 2022, and with 22 threes over the final 12 games, she would be the 7th WNBA player with 100 in a season. In addition to the assists, Clark is the league's highest-scoring rookie at 17.8 points a game.